just want to say welcome to another episode, baby, of the Short Man Only podcast. And for those listening on YouTube or Instagram, I got a topic for you today. An important topic because it is an important topic, but I didn't realize it was an important topic until I saw this is something that is searched for quite a bit online. And the topic we're going to talk about today is, are short men attractive? So, my first thoughts on are short men attractive? I would say yes and no. Well, you're like, how could it be both? Because there is duality that exists in the world, so it can be both. But let's talk about attraction, and let's talk about whether or not short men can be attractive or short men are attractive. Let's talk about that, right? Okay, so here's a few of my thoughts on whether short men are attractive or not. What you have to understand about attraction is everybody does not agree on whether or not someone is physically attractive. We can't even agree on whether the earth is flat or round. We can't even agree on any type of, religion. So what are the chances that everybody in the world thinks that one person is attractive? Everybody agrees that one person is attractive. I think the chances are absolutely zero that anyone in the world will think that this one person is attractive. It's zero, right? So if we understand that, then we can also accept the fact that we are all ugly to someone. We're all ugly to someone because, as I just stated, if we can't agree on religion, we can't agree if the earth is flat. There's no way we're agreeing that someone is attractive. That everybody's agreeing that one person is attractive. So that should make you feel good. We're all ugly to somebody, but we are all attractive to someone. Now, is it a chance you may not know the person that is attracted to you? Yes, that is true. There may be a lot of people who aren't attracted to you. That's true. There are some people, but this is not a height thing. There are some people, men and women, with a face that only a mom could love. These people exist. But still, there's enough of these people, short, tall, fat, skinny, whatever, that even they can find someone who finds them attractive because they're in the same boat, People think they don't have a face. They have a face only a mom could love. So you have to think about it like that. And when you go online, one of the things I think does short men a disservice when it comes to figuring out if you're attractive or not is you're taking advice on your attractiveness from strangers on the internet who have never actually met you, don't know donkey duke about you, and that is where you're getting your information from on whether you're attractive or not. It's kind of insane. And you have to remember that a lot of the people giving you information on whether you are attractive or not is probably someone you wouldn't even want to date in real life. And when you say, are short men attractive, that makes it seem like the only thing that makes you attractive is what you look like. And that's one of the most furthest things from the truth. It's not only what you look like. There's quite a few other things that go into this. Because if we just go by looks, if we go by looks alone to determine attractiveness, it is actually one of the most insane things we could do, right? Because like Kanye said, beautiful people do some ugly things. So if that is the only measure of worth is how attractive you are, man, you're you really just got to be in trouble. Like, especially if you, I think a lot of short men, or just men in general, need to have the experience of dating someone they just think is like, oh my gosh. And, just seeing what that's like. Because what will happen when you do that is you will realize that we are all human and we all have flaws. We all have something about us that, might not be somebody's jam, no matter how attractive we look. There's some other things that go into this attractiveness thing. And if you have one of those faces only a mom could love, if you could master these other areas of attractiveness, you actually will still do quite well compared to someone who maybe is attractive but doesn't have the rest of these skills. So one of the things I think you gotta have, if that goes along with that, is a part of attraction, is you gotta have some confidence. If you could be the most attractive person in the world, but if you have no confidence in who you are, whether you're male or female, that crap is a turnoff. Nobody wants to walk around and be around somebody who's always like, oh, if only this, or if only that. Dang, I wish I was. Man, nobody wants to be around somebody like that. That crap is draining. It is very draining. Nobody, long term, if you look attractive, you may be able to catch somebody for a little bit, but long term, nobody wants that crap. Nobody's going to be into that. It's just not a thing. Another thing that makes someone attractive, are you kind? Do you have some type of empathy for others? Or are you one of those people that think you're so fine and that your shit don't stink? Like, are you one of those people? Because really, everybody needs to be kind on some level to people and have empathy for others. When you don't have empathy for others, then you're just walking around with a blind spots and people can't tell you about you. So you can never get better. You can never correct yourself because you think you're better than everybody. So there's no room for that to be done. And if you lack kindness and you lack empathy, you may be attractive physically, but you're not attractive holistically. And we should want to be not only attractive, do what we can physically, but we also want to be attractive holistically. Another thing, I don't care if you are not attractive. Like I said, if you got one of those faces only a mama could love, if you can work on your sense of humor, if you could be the guy, life is stressful enough. If you could be one of those people that could just make people laugh and you are just a fun time to be around, you will giggle the pants right off of the right woman for you, because it really having a sense of humor is a superpower in a world full of just a world full of a lot of, especially looking on social media, a lot of negativity. So if you can be that light and kind of give people a break from that, think about why people like comedians. They do so. Why do they do so well? It's because they have learned to make people laugh and feel, relieved from whatever all the other crap they got going on in their lives. And if you are intelligent and witty and can teach the female or male something, man, people love that. Who wants to spend their time walking around with a dummy? That doesn't make any sense. We want to be around people where we can flourish and grow. And if you're intelligent, man, that's intelligent, kind, and you got a sense of humor. Yeah, I do. That's a good point, Justin. I think there are people that do try hard to be funny, But I think it's like anything else. You can develop it. If you pay attention, you can develop your ability to be funny. It is something that, a lot of people aren't good at the beginning, but it's just like anything else. If you work on it, you can improve it if that is important to you. If it's not, then you won't. But if it's something, if you got a face that only a mama could love, work on your sense of humor. It will do wonders for you. I promise you. And another thing that makes people attractive is they have a passion for something in life. And they're enthusiastic. And they're like they have a passion and enthusiasm for something in life. It doesn't matter if it's you know, fishing or dirt bike riding, whatever your thing is, who cares? Long as you have a passion for something, man, that spills off and people feel that. Maybe they're not even into what you're into, but the passion that you're showing for it, it just gets them excited and they start thinking about the passions that they have in their own lives. So I think there's you can look at that. Like, what are you passionate about? Because when you're passionate about something, you just move differently. You move with some focus, with some determination, with a whole just energy when you're passionate about something. So what are you passionate about? And I think there's the other thing people don't really think about. We are attracted to people that in ways seem similar to us. So vicinity matters. So you could be in the vicinity of the right woman, and just because you guys are in vicinity and you have some similarities, you can be that person may be attracted to you. And it might not make sense on the surface because like you guys could be from two different worlds, but you have something that connects you two. And the connection is so strong, it like brings you two together. And it's something that can't be explained. And so I think when we think about attraction, we have to stop taking it just from just the physical piece. There's a whole lot that goes into this. But when we talk about attraction, there are some things when it comes to physical attraction that you can control. You can control your grooming and your style. Whatever that is for you, you have the ability to control that. Like for me, one of the things that I think is important for me for my grooming is I like to keep a haircut. I like to get a haircut every week. I get the same haircut, but I get it every week because for me, grooming wise, I feel good when I do that. Now, I don't know what that might be for you, with the grooming thing. And of course, I make sure I shower and, put on clothes. And these are things I got to do even though I'm married. I still got to groom myself. I still got to take care of myself. I can't fall off just because I'm, uh just because I'm married, I can't fall off. I would also like to add style. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as yep. Have your own style. That's a good point, Justin. Have a style and own that. Like whatever that style is, own that sucker, cause that will make you stand out too. It's like, dang, he wearing these ripped 5-color jeans, but dang man, he seemed like he got some style. Whatever that may be, own that, because when you own it, it goes back to confidence. That shows an air of confidence. And your body type, unless you are, disabled or, crippled, then you have control over your body type. Now, you may not like to hear that, but you do. You could choose to go to the gym. You could choose to work out at home. You could choose to do something that would improve your body type if it were important to you. The one thing that you have no control over is your facial features. I mean, you got those from your parents. They are what they are. So that's the one thing you can't control. But everything else that we talked about, body type, um, grooming and style, your personality. You're in control of shaping your personality, confidence, whether you're kind or empathetic. What else? Whether you're intelligent and witty, whether you have a sense of humor, whether you're passionate and whether you're passionate about something in life, you control that. And the enthusiasm you bring to any room that you are in, you control that. And remember, when you put yourself in new environments, you may end up being attracted to somebody just because you're in a familiar. You guys are familiar. You guys like the same things. You guys, that type of thing. That happens. So most of these are all in your control. So I don't care if you have a face only a mama could love. If you work on these other things, somebody, I promise you, will be attracted to you. And the last one, which I hate to mention, but it is true. If you got money, a woman will fall in love with your earlobe. Like, she'd be like, dang, that's the finest earlobe I've ever seen in my life. It is facts. Because it's just the world that we live in. So if you feel like you don't want to work on any of the things that I just talked about, but you figured out a way to get your moolah, if that's the way you want to attract women and have them saying, boy, he's got some beautiful nostrils, like, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? But there is no excuse, whether you are short or not, on whether you can attract a woman. It is all up to you and what you are willing to do to make yourself more attractive, because you have the abilities, you have the skills, and you have to stop using your height as an excuse. You are a king. I know you're a king. So kings don't make excuses about things that they can control. Now, I'm going to do another video on social media. On dating apps, because I think there's a conversation that needs to be had about that. But that's not going to be for today. And I want you guys to think about this. If we're just talking purely attraction, right? We have, as I stated before, there's some beautiful people and there's some ugly people in this world. Jeffrey Dahmer was easy on the eyes. And this guy is a serial killer. John Knowles, he was called the Casanova Killer. Pretty easy on the eyes. Charles, I can't even, Shabawe, he was called the Serpent or the Bikini Killer. He was easy on the eyes too. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, he was also easy on the eyes. And then we had Ted Bundy, who was also easy on the eyes. So being attractive just means you're attractive. Doesn't mean you can't be crazy. Like, work on the personality things. These guys might have been attractive, but they failed in the personality type. But we're not only going to say, because there's some attractive female serial killers, like Mindy Sanghang. I don't know how to say her name. Jodi Arias. You can look all these people up. And Darlene Getty and Amber Hilberling. Amber Hilberling threw her newly married husband, off of a balcony. Being attractive ain't enough. You need to have some of them other attributes going on within yourself. All right? And I promise you, there are no perfect people. So you will meet a female that you think is attractive, and she still will have some parts about her that you will not like, because there are no perfect people. She could be fine as all outdoors, but maybe she snores, or maybe she has poor hygiene. There's there's no perfect people. So don't let only attraction be your mirror of certain Work on your personality. That's going to make you more attractive. And I believe that you can do this. And I believe that there is no short men, I don't care if you got a face that only a mama could love, that cannot make themselves more attractive to the opposite sex if they are willing to work on themselves to do so. So it is all a choice. You get to decide whether you will do or whether you won't. But I don't want to hear that you can't. Kings can. And you are a king. So this is just one of the moments where you got to decide to act like a king and go make it happen. All right? And I'm out. So you are attractive. You are enough. If you can't, if you got some facial features you don't like, work on your body. Work on your grooming and your style. Work on your personality. Work on your confidence. Learn how to be more kind and empathetic. Develop a sense of humor. And as Justin said, some people were trash at that at the beginning. You got to work on it. It's like a muscle. The more you work it, the better it's going to get. Intelligent. You can be, if you are intelligent and witty, that also is attractive. Have a passion. Be enthusiastic about something. I don't care what it is. It could be goat racing. Man, people will be like, dang, he races goats and he's so serious about it. He really enjoys that. Get a passion for something. And the last thing I will say is if you don't want to do any of those things and you got money, a woman will find your earlobe and be like, dang, that's the sexiest earlobe I've ever seen. So there's still chances, even if you don't want to do anything that I stated above. You have no excuse. Go get it done. And let me know in the comments. I'm getting ready to finally start a community for us bros, us kings. And I really want to know if that's something you guys will be interested in. I'll have motivational stuff posted every day. We'll have, group counseling things. Well, I mean, group coaching sessions. Because my job as a fellow short king, not short king, just a king. I'm just saying I'm short, not short king. I'm short. But as a fellow king, I want to encourage you guys to be the best that you can be. And sometimes we all need a little guidance. And I want to develop a community to where we can help and build each other. But I want to know if you guys really would be interested in something like that, because time is short and so am I. And if you guys ain't into it, I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let me know in the comments. But remember, for those just joining, you are attractive. Work on your personality. Work on your confidence. If you can walk, work on your body type and grooming and styling. And develop a sense of humor. All right? I'm out. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And if you didn't catch this from the beginning, go back and watch it. I provided some good insights that I believe that you can use. And remember, nobody's perfect, and we all ugly to somebody. So stop letting somebody calling you ugly stress you out. We all ugly to somebody. Even me. All right, I'm out.